Today I want to share with you guys a quote which basically goes back to directions, negative and positive, in between mindsets, right? It says that strong minds suffer without complaining and weak minds complain without suffering. So what does that mean? Strong minds see the positive side, gain from the lessons learned, from the challenges, from the hardships, from the obstacles and setbacks, but don't complain because they take accountability for their mistakes and deal with their emotions and feelings in a healthy way. Now, if they want to remove the blame, the shame, the guilt from their lives, they just simply have to change from inside out. All it takes is for them to shift their perspective and grow into a warrior mindset. Nothing that comes from the outside can affect their mind, right? Their perspective about life. On the other hand, weak minds feed themselves from negativity. They're constantly looking for drama, complaining, gossiping, because they lack awareness, they lack accountability for their thoughts, their words, their actions. And whether conscious or not, when these people complain, it is trauma bonding, and whoever pays attention to them is getting infected with that negativity. Complaining is nothing but poison poured into your cup. Now, if you understand that you are pretty much like a cup, that you can allow people or things or situations or whatever feelings and emotions can either make your life better or worse depending how you deal with them, right? These people have a cup full of the past, unresolved traumas and triggers, and all they want is to drop or pour all that dirty water, all that dirty content from their cup into your cup if you allow it. So say for instance, this negative person thinks negative, feels negative, because that's how we are. That we are what we think, what we feel, and what we do, right? It's all about body, mind, and soul. So if a person that is negative has a victim mindset because he thinks, feels, and acts in a negative way, obviously his energy is negative. And it's the kind of person that has a lot of past trauma. It's just not resolved, and instead of him spending some time and sit down with his emotions and feelings to resolve them, he avoids taking responsibility, accountability for their life. His thoughts, emotions and habits have a negative effect when he complains about life, and whoever listens to that is nothing but poison. And you have to be able to create strong boundaries to not let that affect your life due to their victim mindset. They will do anything to place the blame externally to themselves. It's never their fault. It's nothing to do with them. It's everyone's and everything's fault, and they always refuse to seek solutions to a situation or problem because they focus more on the problems outside. They are the kind of person that always powerless and always frustrated, disappointed, unfortunate, unlucky, life is too hard and they don't have money. They always struggle with relationship and with their jobs. Nothing that ever happened is their fault, right? And they always tend to have this negative self-talk, constantly asking themselves, why me? Why is this happening to me? It's not my fault, it's their fault. These are the kind of people that resent the people's success. On the other hand, a person that may have a lot of trauma in their life, but are not letting that past trauma define their future happiness and success, is the kind of person that is positive, right? He's got a positive energy with him, and all he spreads is nothing but positivity from his wisdom, from his perspective. And obviously, this kind of person takes responsibility for their life experiences, their thoughts, emotions, and habits. Most of the time, they seek to understand themselves and others, so always looking for solutions. They spend time thinking about resolving their issues, their problems, but they don't dwell on it. They just spend enough time to deal with the situation in such a way that makes them feel empowered, because they know they're taking steps to find the solutions, right? But not to the extent of making them anchored into the problem. This kind of person is confident, brings them confidence, makes them fearless, because they have that warrior mindset. They don't care what comes towards them. They know they will find a way forward with solutions. And they have a balance, a healthy, balanced relationship, not only with themselves, but with everybody around. And they honor their negative emotions and feelings, because that's the kind of emotions that they will learn from to make them a better person. They want to learn from their past, but they won't live on the past. They don't worry about the past, or they won't become anxious looking at the future. They live on the present moment. There's no such thing as time. This is what we've got right now, right here, and that's how we deal with life itself. This guy is a warrior because he deals with life as it is, as it comes, and he finds solutions to make his life better, gaining wisdom from his lessons. So he's actually growing. He's elevating himself because he's not camped on the past emotions and feelings, but overcoming them, learning from them to be a better man, right? And that's the difference between suffering and not complaining, and complaining but not suffering.